Hey, go-getter, Stephen Lin here. Many people have asked me to explain what a funnel is. So I'm going to try to explain what a funnel is. So I'm explaining to a fifth grade. But before I do that, I want you to think about the time that we're still reading newspaper or reading a magazine. I think the fifth grade won't understand this. And the example I'm using, unless you're at least 40, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. Uh, so back in the day, there's like Columbia Records, right? So they were advertising 15 CDs for $1 or $10. I can't remember the exact amount, but it was crazy cheap, right? So that's what they offer. They say, hey, pick the 10 favorite CD and I'll send it to you for $1, right? And then you go and you check it off and you mail it over to them, and then a few weeks later, the CD arrive in your doorsteps, and now you're technically bound into a contract, or they will be sending you CDs like every, I don't know, like every few weeks or every month or so, but at a discounted rate. And that's a form of sales funnel, right? Back in the day, there's also sales funnel utilizing like the infomercial, right? The TV infomercial selling the chia seed, the chichichia. Yeah, I don't know if you still remember that song. It's like but anyway, so there's like some irresistible offer that people were just calling on their phone, giving out their credit cards, right? So that's the form is using TV as a way as a media, and also utilizing the phone to process the credit card, and lastly is the using traditional mails to deliver the product. And the technology has evolved. A lot of products has now been shifted over to like the digital product, and that's why you're seeing a lot of things that's happening on Facebook right now, on social media. On that, they're using a different platform, no longer using print media, no longer using TV. It's you all online right now. Okay, so if you look at the sales funnel in this diagram here, it consists of almost like three buckets, right? Three bucket. Um, so the top of the bucket is called the top of funnel. The middle one, obviously middle of the funnel, and the bottom is bottom of the funnel. So if someone come across your advertising, right, that's the top of funnel, and the ad needs to be like attention grabbing, right? Because if you're running a Facebook ad, if you're running an Instagram ad, you're truly intruding people's personal life. It's like it's like the TV commercial that you never want to watch, right? That's what happened. You're scrolling through your feed, and then there's this ad pops up, right? So that ad must be interesting. Otherwise, people are just gonna scroll past it, right? And that's why you're seeing a lot of ads going like, hey, 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 right? That kind of ads, right? That they are trying to grab your attention. Um, but I'll definitely, if I'm running an ad, I'll probably using illustration like this because there's not a lot of illustration type of ad out there. Okay. So what you're trying to answer on the top of funnel is like, hey, what you're trying to answer is what is one thing, like how do I move away from a pain or move towards pleasure? If your ad in 30 seconds can convey that message, the likelihood for people to move to the next stage is higher, right? And the next stage is the middle of the funnel. Is you want to get people to get into your middle funnel, which is the landing page. Usually is the landing page or chatbot, right? So when people click on the landing page, there's usually some additional information about what you want to offer, and usually it's like the free content, whether it's an ebook, it's a video, it's whatever, the course or a worksheet that people are offering for free or at a very very heavily discounted price. Okay, and the call to action is really trying to get people like you to click on the ad, so you would no sorry to submit your contact information, so they will be able to send you the information that they have promised, right? And then the bottom of the funnel is really about establishing that relationship. Okay, So on left hand side of this is more of a framework, right? The framework is called IDA. It stands for Arouse, Interest, Desire, and Action. And this is what you want to do with your marketing. Is marketing is about arousing, right? It's like arouse people's pain, arouse people's excitement, their curiosity, their fears, right? This is what you're trying to do. Once you can grab people's attention in that split 2.8 seconds, because we have such a short attention span. I think this attention span is shorter than the goldfish this time. Okay, it's crazy. And then you want to grab people's attention, right? And arouse their interest, and they say, "Oh man, this is something I'm interested." And wait. So more as they're watching your video or your copy, that they have the desire. It's like, okay, I want to learn more, right? The action is really for them to either click on something or submit their email address, or eventually is giving out their credit card. And that's what essentially what a funnel is. You're taking people through this funnel to build up, to nurture that relationship, right? And I want you to think about this as a funnel, and you want to apply that throughout every stage of your business, which is the next thing we want to talk about, is the value ladder. Okay, so imagine that people encounter you through an advertising, right? So the first thing they're going to say is, "Hey, I got something great to offer you." And then, what are you offering me? I'm offering you something free. Okay, I'm offering you a lead magnet. Okay, so I'm offering you a free lead magnet, which could be an ebook, how to tame your monkey mind in 3 simple steps. And that's the ebook that I'm writing right now. How to stay focused and get more shit done, right? That will be an ebook that will grab people's attention, right? Who is ever easily distracted, like, hey, I want to know how to tame my monkey mind right here, right? Okay, so in order for people to grab that, you're asking people in exchange for their email address. Okay, so at first stage of your your value letter is you want to offer something valuable to someone that they're willing to give them your email address. And right now, people say the research has shown that an email is value at about $10, right? It's about $10. So if they give you something, they're expecting something around $10 or more back. Okay, so that is a takeaway for you. If you want to create a lead magnet for your business, it needs to be perceived as a $10 or more for anyone. Okay, so the next thing is, now what happened when people receive a lead magnet, right? It's about nurturing that relationship. So normally what you see is, if you download something, you're now be getting email from this person's, right, or this company, almost on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, depends on how aggressive they are, right? For me, if you have downloaded my book, you'll get like 5 emails in 5 days. It's like, top of mind kind of things. But ultimately, what I want you to do is I want you to purchase my next level program. Okay, my next level program for $47, which is like my goal setting program, for example, right? And I want you to buy at a very low ticket. And why would you buy it? If I sell you that right in the beginning, when you see the ad, you'll be like, who the hell are you? Like, I don't know who you are, unless I'm someone that is very famous, right? That I have great reputation in the industry. Maybe you are willing to spend that money, right? But if I'm selling you something around $47 to $97, you're probably not gonna buy it if you don't know me. Just like you're asking someone out, and then on the first day you're like, hey, would you marry me? The girl's gonna be like, you're crazy, right? But this is what you're trying to do, is you're trying to build a relationship through after they have received your free content. And then what you're trying to do is you try to build that and see if you can warm them up to take your next program, take your next offer. If they accept, they're willing to give their credit card, then that's great. Then you have built a stronger bond, right? You have now turned that visibility into credibility, now into profitability. Okay, and the final stage is selling a higher ticket items, right? So for me, my higher ticket item will be, hey, that's spend like, my goal is to have a one-on-one coaching session with you, which is like, a couple $100, right? So that is what I specialize in our time together. I'm gonna make sure that I'm giving you the value that exceeding what you're paying me, right? So at the end, that's like the value ladder, and doesn't stop right there. You can have a mastermind. Depends on what you're selling, right? If you're in the service industry, like, you know, your offer might be different for me, but every company has a value ladder. Unless you are like an emergency service or something like that, it might be hard for you to come up with a value ladder, because people will pay whatever they need to pay to get your service. Okay, so here's the main takeaway or action step for you. Number one is, I want you to think about what kind of lead magnet that you could offer for your business. Okay, how would you offer something, whether it's just a couple page, a PDF documents with some illustration, that's going to grab people's attention, that's going to help them to move away from a pain or move towards a pleasure. Okay, that's something I want you to think about. And next thing, I want you to think about, what can you create as a value ladder for your business that you can add value. If you are, you know, a health professional, if you're a fitness trainer, you know, can you put together a bundle package, right? Can you put together a bundle package that you get 10 sessions, and then, or you refer someone, you get something. I don't know, right? There's tons of idea that I'm more than happy to do some brainstorm with you. Yeah, so that's it. I hope in this 11 minutes I'm able to explain what a funnel to you, but I didn't want to get into all the tactics about how to actually build a funnel, because that's another course on its own. Anyway, so hopefully you have a great day, enjoy this video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.